nothing says that more than the first place you walked in. This is the new lobby, the new home of USC football. For the first time, we get all the accomplishment, all the hard work in one place, in a forum that is meant to be open to the public, have our students, our fans, our supporters all being here. So we're really excited to start welcoming people in here when we hit the first day of school. We're going to see the national championship trophies, the Heismans, all of our individual award winners, and some really amazing digital content that is here. So a special, special place. This is a very purpose-built facility, and we would not get to this place without a ton of research, a ton of meetings, and there's some incredible staff who don't always get the opportunity to hear the accolades that they deserve. So it really starts with, from a leadership standpoint, our general manager, Chad Roden, Jay Hilbrand, our sport administrator, and Dave Emmerich. They've been incredible partners from football leadership. If you think about from what this building is, how complex, from an IT and a video standpoint, Eric Espinoza and Johnny Lee, fantastic partners on this project, people who you should know. From a nutrition standpoint, you're going to see it all, but there's an amazing team. Rachel Suba has done a ton of research, brought those best practices here. Rachel's a great partner. At Centerpiece, you're going to hear performance, you're going to recover a lot. That's a credit to Coach Truman Carroll, and Jackson Pope. They've really led up the sports sciences initiative. From an equipment standpoint, it's totally transitioned what we have done here to support our athletes from an equipment apparel standpoint. So Cecilia Snipes, Nate Simon, huge parts of that initiative. And our partners at Keck Medicine USC. Starts with Dr. Seth Gamera, Rush Romano, who's a legend in the space, and Dustin West. They have spent hours and hours in meetings doing research, meeting with our architects, and giving us that input. I want to make sure I don't forget anyone from this group. I think we've covered everybody. Oh, of course, our creative team, Katie, your team, Cody, Eric, Michael. I mean, people have been in meetings for hours to finally actually see something, to say it's finally here, is super meaningful for those folks. So excited for them as much as we already shared with you. So we're going to go take a tour. We hit all of the key spaces here. It's going to be a very intimate look. Feel free as we stop. You're welcome to ask questions. We have a lot to hit. We've got 19 spaces. I'm told I got 1 hour to do it, so I'm going to keep you moving. There'll be opportunity if you come back to the lobby at the end on your way out, but I'm going to keep us moving to the first place where we're going to go natural light. It's just the way that building was laid out. Based off a lot of input we had from our sports sciences group, it was key for us to get natural light for student athletes, huge just for overall recovery. There's actually a huge cognitive piece of recovery and wellness. And there's that subtle cue we talked about. This is sports medicine. We're going to talk about both the injured athlete and what Keck does an amazing job is getting athletes back for return to play. There's also the recovery aspect. And the recovery is about avoiding coming in this space. So if you're in this space, you're injured, it's a subtle cue. You're looking out at the practice field of where you need to be, where you need to get back to, right? So your teammates out there, you want to get off that rehab table, get back out to the practice field and help support your team, help support your brothers. So in this space, we've got hot-cold contrast therapy. We have a underwater treadmill that's there called HydroWorks. In the back area where we won't go, there's also a player's sauna that's there. And that's all part of the recovery initiative for our student athletes. So this space gives our Keck Medicine staff and our student athletes everything they need to get themselves healthy, mended, back on the field in a space that's specifically designed for football, in a space that is significantly larger than the shared space that our football program had previously. Great. So welcome to the home of sports performance for USC football. This is a truly purpose-built space, thinking about student-athlete development, what that means for the football program. So this is a 12,000 square foot space. Everything that you're going to need to train student-athletes from a functional standpoint. Incredible input from the sports sciences and strength staff who is here today. They're big advocates of velocity-based training, which you have for the perch system. So you're going to see that at every single rack. That's the monitor you see right above Ryan's head right there. And the direct connection to the field is a huge game changer for our program. So a 12,000 square foot weight room, we're immediately transitioning out to the field for functional movements. Scaling the size of this room is invaluable. This is a space we can tell you student athletes love to be in, and our staff loves to train them in here. There's also opportunities in this space to integrate what you do from a measurable standpoint, from a sports sciences standpoint, create leaderboards, track content, put it up on those video walls, and put the lift of the day, the training session of the day in this room. Also unique with Nike, we're the first school with Nike Strength to have these Nike Strength racks that are here, so completely custom racks and bars. You're going to see our Nike partnership, which is a huge part of USC athletics. Highlight throughout the building. This is one of those showcase spaces, our true partnership with Nike Strength. An amazing space, really leveling up what we're doing. And we talked about student athlete first. That is the core of this building. As we move, we'll take you to the center section so you can really understand and appreciate the adjacencies. But you can tell from the sports sciences standpoint, sports medicine, and strength conditioning, player development, these are the prime spaces on level 1, connection to the field with natural light from day one, which is a huge focus of these spaces. So we do have a training session coming up. I know it's an incredible space. You can spend a lot of time here, but we're going to keep moving on the tour in the building. We came in the lobby. We quickly hit the sports medicine suite. We want to get in strength conditioning, sports force as quickly as we could before it's in use. But this is true center of the building. So you're on level 1. Think of level 1 as the student athlete. Everything is all about the player and the student athlete on this level. It's all about adjacencies for them. So where you just saw, that was a player coming directly out from the field. Huge point for this building that we hadn't had before. You can go directly from the player's locker room, which is behind you, straight out to the 2 practice fields. You go off the left, you're at strength conditioning. Just beyond that, you're going to pass fueling and our sports performance space. We have nutrition. And when we've walked in at first, all of our injured athletes are cared for by Keck Medicine inside the sports medicine space. So as we go into the locker room, what you're also going to see here on level 1, all about the player, is the hot cold contrast rehab. That's a part of the locker room. The player's lounge, the barber shop, and equipment. All the equipment services are here for the student athlete. So within a quick walk, everything is all about the student athlete and the player on level 1. Very intentional. Okay? And as you go down this space, you're welcome to walk down. This is really that tunnel to the practice field every single day. So as you think about what you're going to see, it's the accomplishment, the national championships, the conference championships, and bowl victories, and then what individuals have accomplished. The players that have come before you, the All-Americans. So important to the players at McKay was the All-American walk, those great plaques, right? They all identify with the player, they tap the player from their position. You want to be able to be a part of that wall. That's been recreated here, as this is a very private space. But you see both. The winning, the team, the tradition, and then also that individual accomplishment. So feel free to walk down this space. Dedicated level 1, level 2, but as we start thinking about connecting the dots, here's what we've talked about so far that we have. You've got an infrared sauna, who's in the sports med suite. It's a back house space we can go under. That's available for our players from a recovery standpoint. Hot cold contrast therapy, you get 20 players each at a time. This one's set to 53 degrees. This one's at 102 degrees. Players go back and forth here for the contrast therapy. We're going to see how low you can go. Can you get down to 50? It's really about activation for our players in the recovery. So we're trying to make this space really welcoming, inviting, almost have a spa-like feel, to encourage them to utilize this space and also take their mind off a little bit. 53 degrees feels pretty darn cold for a lot of guys, so a lot of things going on TV for them. There's music that plays in this space to really make it hospitable for our players as they invest their time in recovery. So we're quickly going to go back to the fueling station for our student athletes. This is on the walk path to where we're going, which is the recovery suite, but also our team meeting room you can see is right behind us. So as players come up from the locker room, another fueling station opportunity here for a quick grab and go. Before or after position meetings, before or after team meetings. This is a great place for us to pause. I know we had to move kind of quickly with our players from the locker room, but how does the building lay out? Okay, we just came level 1. Level 1 theme is players, all about the player. Okay, level 2 we are now. Think about this is all about meeting space, it's recovery, and this is where everyone comes together. Level 3 is coaches, right? It's really coaching office that are up there. Our front office is there. So as we think about it, really lays out players first, level 1, coaches up on 3, players, coaches, staff, everyone comes together here on level 2. That's really the theme of the building and how it lays out. Okay. So we talked about another NFL display that's here. Our players love seeing this, where they aspire to go. Actually visually seeing guys that are in the league. As we come this way, we're going to
the rest of our Emmy award-winning creative team. They're all in one office. They didn't really have any dedicated space for content. And as everyone in this room knows, content is king. It pays the bills, keeps the lights on. And whether that's NIL opportunities for student athletes, whether that's revenue generation opportunities for us through multimedia rights, you know how important content is. And so this space really unlocks the full potential of our creative team. One, they have dedicated offices now. We have 3 studio spaces. We have this podcast studio space right here in the middle that the lights are off, but it's right behind you. We also have 2 studios right through here for content creation. So for example, the 2 Emmy Awards that I referenced they've won the last couple of years, when they've shot those, we've had to rent out space, we've had to build a set, we've had to program the players, we've had to get the players through there. They shoot everything for a week at a time, more than a week, several weeks, and we tie that in with official visits for recruits. then we have to tear everything down, right? And so there's an investment of time and money and resources in those spaces. Now it's all here. So we can build a set, we can leave it up. It's ours, we can own it. These guys can program it, work around the clock, and get content done. So it's going to make us much more efficient with the content we create, much more efficient for the players and the student athletes, and for the coaches as well. We'll shoot Trojans live in these studios, and so Coach Riley can just, instead of trudging across campus over to Heritage Hall or down in the basement of JMC, he just steps down one flight of stairs and he's on the air. So a huge space for us. Unlimited potential in these spaces, not only for our brand and to grow our brand, to connect with our fans, to add new fans to our fan base, but to generate revenue as well and produce ultimately great content. So Eric and his team do a great job with everything you see on social media, including the video coverage of this facility, and we're excited for them to have this space unlocked.
Okay, so this is the rooftop terrace as part of the Bloom Football Performance Center. This was really a showcase last night, a ribbon cutting event. Naturally, people had congregated up here, but we talked about multi-function, multi-purpose. This is absolutely that space. You can see it's very much welcoming as a player's lounge, an outdoor lounge. They have the basketball hoop, the outdoor pickleball court, the video wall where they can connect video games. They want to do that, but it's also an event space, as it was last night. This is a huge opportunity for the athletic department. This is intentionally positioned, level 3, right, furthest away from the players level, furthest west, kind of furthest away from the action, and just with incredible views of the athletics footprint, downtown LA, and then just this direction, got a clear view of a Hollywood sign here. Really second to none as an outdoor space, hospitality space, event space. A great location for recruiting events, athletic events, and really just a signature space, very only in LA, only at USC type of space. This over 10,000 square foot rooftop terrace, rooftop deck. Already set with a servery and prep kitchen in the back and a bar for service. Directed elevator that's here so you can get people directly to this space. In an area that has already been booked extensively shortly after opening. So we think about the theme of opportunities to generate revenue through this building. This is one of those great opportunities for the athletic department to generate revenue in this space. But also a great space for our team. They've had team breakfast and team meals already up here. So in a very short time we've been in Bloom, this has been a very, very popular space, a facility, and very much a signature space. But as we're here, before we go, the team meeting with Coach Riley, I think Katie did an excellent job of framing it in terms of the journey of where we're at. As you look this direction, you can kind of see it all come together. So Athletics West is really the name of this